Eagles lined up in the nickel. Take it from the gun. Dime package.
Welcome, franchise fiends. This is KK the Destroyer with ESPN 8 The Ocho, bringing you information about the league. As we stand, it's week 8, but we have finished 7 weeks of our franchise season 1. Starting off, we'll take a look at the AFC East conference, and we have the New England Patriots, old original owner Penalty, just coming back after a 1-year hiatus, leading the division. Technically tied with Nick Jordan, the Dolphins, at 6-0, looking to have a major battle between the two just to see who comes out on top there. Looking forward to that matchup. Nick Jordan finished last season's Madden with a Super Bowl victory, was always a playoff contender. Really, the only reason never made a Super Bowl was because of Artie, the old Browns owner, so he always had a tough matchup there. Looking at the AFC North, we have the Baltimore Ravens, who have been throughout some major controversy over the past couple weeks. We got an original owner coming in, BDH Navy, starting out pretty well at 5-2. That division is pretty wide open with only 1 or 2 games dividing the top players. We got Greg Ludwig with the Bengals at 4-2, just a game behind, but definitely struggling offensively versus last year, who was always a playoff contender in the NFC. But the AFC is stacked full of talent, and just behind him we have Stunt Dog, who is the Steelers at 4-3, and then Evan bringing up the rear with the Browns at 3-4. In the AFC South, we have a huge shocker right here. Jacksonville Jaguars just destroying this division at 5-2. And then we have the Titans at 3-3. That is Danny, who is middling right now at 3-3. However, not real sure what his matchups have been, but me and him had a really good game this past week 8. And, you know, it's going to happen. This game is a lot different, and it's going to take some time to adjust. Texans and Colts, that's basically been a major roster swap with Andrew Luck going to the Texans. Neither team has been helped out very much with either of those trades, so both of them at 1-6. And then we have the AFC West with the Chiefs leading the division. Wuzits is 5-2, doing work right now, but the Raiders just behind him at 4-2. And that is Colin, who seems to be doing just fine this Madden season. And then we have the Broncos at 4-3, who just finished a Week 8 game, so their stats are a little off. However, they would be tied with the Raiders, and Showtime's been doing work, and just recently just put a major beat down on the Packers, causing them to just up and quit, which is amazing. Like, I never saw that coming. So I don't even know what to say there. Then we have the San Diego Chargers, 1-6, needs Comcast, cannot connect, and has been away from the league for over 3 years. So we'll see how he does throughout the rest of this season. But, you know, it is what it is. Moving on to the NFC, we have the NFC East with the Dallas Cowboys leading the division at 4-2. Definitely a seriously active trader this season, making all kinds of roster moves. Just acquiring Eddie Lacy in a controversial move now with the Packers owner just up and leaving. However, 4-2, pretty good start. Had a nice win over me in, I believe, week 3. Came down to the wire, some real big plays, and it's going to happen. So what are you going to do? With the Philadelphia Eagles nipping at his heels at 4-3. We got Rocky trying to put together some wins. Had some real trash talk this week between him and Blaze, the Panthers owner. and just couldn't back it up. So, you know, it is what it is, and we'll see how his season pans out. But he looks to be a real threat in the NFC this year, so wishing him some good luck. The Giants are 3-4 with Albert Steele, who seems to be struggling a little bit. Was a solid owner last year. This year, 3-4, but hey, it's the first season, so this is always tough. And then bringing up the rear there, we have the Redskins at 2-5, and that is Catch D's new owner. Put the beat down on me in, I think, week 4. Not real proud of it, but, you know, it happens to the best of us. Sometimes you just sleep on an opponent, and it just happens. What are you going to do? NFC North, we have the Detroit Lions. Cy Koopa just rolling that division. No one looking to even offer a chance to even take the division away from him. He's sitting on an easy 4-game lead, probably looking to lead that division with a playoff berth. And then you have the Vikings. Einhorn is Finkel. Wouldn't even know that Adrian Peterson is on that team. You'd think he retired, seeing as how he hasn't done anything this year. So he needs to get him a little bit more involved and stop throwing interceptions. I don't know. That's just my thought. Green Bay Packers 2-5, as was mentioned earlier, just up and quit after a just trouncing by the Broncos. I think he lost 34-0 and just couldn't hack it. So, you know, that's what happens when you trade away your roster and just can't play. And then bringing up the rear, we got Robbie Turner with the Bears. 1-5. This game is different than last time he played, and it's obviously showing in his record. Can't get a win and just can't get anything going. In the NFC South, we have me, KK the Destroyer, leading the division right now at 5-2. And we have a big division battle coming up this week with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Justin Simon, at 4-2. As far as the Falcons go, Julio is clearly leading this offense, and they've gone through a couple different running backs, just trying to find a good fit or at least a one-season Band-Aid, just trying to put together a ground game but finding no real help, even though they made major acquisitions on the offensive line and just cannot seem to get any real push. The Bucs are, like I said, they're 4-2. They made some pretty nice trades. They acquired Odell Beckham Jr., gave away Mike Evans. I think they scored Philip Dorsett in a trade from the Colts. Just putting together a nice team, and, you know, 4-2, so that's going to happen. At 3-3, we have Blaze, the Panthers, who, you know, just middle of the pack, but it's still early. Has plenty of opportunity and I think plenty of division games to set himself apart and maybe take over the NFC South, but he's going to have to go through me, and if I have anything to do with it, it's not going to happen. I'm going to bury him. And then bringing up the rear, we have the New Orleans Saints at 1-6. New owner. You know, it's a tough go. Everybody joins the league, and we have some good competition in here, so you keep working at it, you're going to get better, and playing better opponents will always make you better. So, better days are ahead for the New Orleans Saints. Finally, we're down to the NFC West. We have the St. Louis Rams, Johnny Park doing work, 6-0, one of the only other teams 6-0, and looks to really have a handle on that division. Just playing solid football, you know. Don't know much about his team. I don't think he's made very many trades. I believe he's just loving that youthful Rams roster and just doing work. At 5-2, we have the Seattle Seahawks, Voodoo Dog, loving that Seahawks defense, playing some good football, making huge ground gains with Marshawn Lynch. Had a monster day, I think, like nearly 300 or 400 yards, just ridiculous. Unfortunately, was wiped out with our glitch, but, you know, 5-2. He'll take the wins and keep on trucking, so congratulations to Voodoo. Then we have the Arizona Cardinals at 1-6. Another new owner, made lots of moves this season. Lost some defense. just yet again, same thing, you know. You join the league and you're going to face some good opponents and you're going to lose a lot of games early, but if you stick it out, you're only going to get better. And at 1-6, the San Francisco 49ers, this looks to be pretty much what I expect the Niners to be this year in the actual NFL. 1-6, no real victories yet. Swanee's a good coach though, just needs to find a solution at quarterback. Moving Kaepernick was probably a good move given the contract, and then his stats just in general aren't really that good anyway. And moving through him and then to Tim Tebow and then I think it was Blaine Gabbert. I mean, it's the QB carousel over there. He's just trying to find an answer, but I'm sure Swanee will get it wrapped up, and Lord knows he's probably just tanking to get a #1 draft pick, the freaking scammer. Just realized that I skipped over 2 teams, and that is the New York Jets. We have Jay's finest at 3-3, got his beloved Jets this year, so I know he's happy regardless of what his record is. And personally, hoping he finishes the year 3-13 since I have his first-round pick, and I would like that to pay off for me in a big way. So, just so you know, Jay, wishing the worst for you. Buffalo Bills at 1-6. Jewel is putting together a pretty nice team. Had a nice acquisition with Dante Fowler, and I think he'll be a really, really good piece as the years progress. It's going to be a real tough road in that division. All great players, and then with everybody having to play each other twice, it's going to really come down to who makes the fewest mistakes and whose offenses just can move the ball. So, wouldn't want to be in that division, so wishing everybody the best. Once again, as always, I am KK the Destroyer with ESPN 8, The Ocho.